Hello everyone, welcome back. Now starting with the most prestigious tournament, the Champion Chess Tour, the Airthings Masters. Now this was divided into three groups, Division 1, Division 2 and Division 3. Division 1 consisted of 8 players, Magnus Carlsen, the winner of Champion Chess Tour, Wesley So, the winner of the Chess.com Global Championship, and 6 players who qualified from the plane, including Hikaru Nakamura, Arjun Erigaisi, Gukesh, and the rest. And no surprises here. This was won by Magnus Carlsen. He wins the Division 1 of Airthings Masters, and in essence, he won the Airthings Masters after a final against Hikaru Nakamura. Magnus was quite convincing in his win. He won the final 2.5, 1.5, the grand final. And this was a double elimination event, so he had to defeat Hikaru twice. And he also had to overcome the likes of Arjun Erigaisi, whom he defeated 2.5, 2.5 after drawing with black in the Armageddon. Hikaru finished in the second place and Wesley So finished third. Arjun played quite well in this event. He had wins over none other than Alireza Firoja and Gukesh, but he lost against Magnus Carlsen. His second loss was against Wesley So, and he bowed out of the tournament just before the losers finals. And Division 2 was dominated from the beginning to the finish by Fabiano Caruana. He was probably not the player you expect in Division 2, a top player, but having lost against Alexis Arana in the plane, he had to play in the Division 2. He just won from start to end and he qualifies to the Division 1 with this victory. And in Division 3, Sam Sevian continued the American dominance with a win twice over our own Prague. Moving back to the over-the-board classical chess action, the Munich Grand Prix, Alexandra Kostyniuk continues to be in the lead after the end of 8 rounds with 6.5 out of 8. But 3 rounds still remain and she still has to play Koneru Humpy, who's in the second place, 1.5 points behind. Now, if Humpy can win a couple of games, including her game against Alexandra Kostyniuk, she's still in the running to win this Grand Prix. And the other Indian player, Dronawali Harika, has so far taken a bit of inspiration from Anish. She has made all 8 draws, 4 out of 8. Koneru also took an inspiration from Anish by playing literally the same variation as Anish against Gukesh from the Tanda Steel and had a winning position, but she was not able to convert it. But she still stands at the top at the second place and has a pretty decent chance finishing in the first place. And moving back closer to home, the National Teams Championship is underway in Pollachi, Tamil Nadu. In the open section, it's mainly 5 teams. The Petroleum Sports Promotion Board, 2 teams from the railways, the Airports Authority of India, and Tamil Nadu B. National Teams is a tournament which is usually dominated by the Petroleum Sports Promotion Board. They win pretty much every year that they play in the open section, and at the end of first 3 rounds they have lived up to their billing with 3 wins out of 3, despite having a bit of an early hiccup in the first 2 rounds, including an upset loss for the Beast in the first round against Srihari. Petroleum defeated Tamil Nadu B in the 3rd round. And in the women's section, it's a clash basically between the Petroleum Sports Promotion Board and Airports Authority of India, which will determine the winner of this event. And they're going to play each other in round 3. So that's going to be one clash to watch out for. Petroleum has the likes of Soumya, and Airports Authority has a relatively younger team with Divya and Mantika featuring in their team. And moving on and bringing back some of the past events, International Master N.R. Vignesh won the Nordwest Cup, which was earlier won by Grandmaster S.P. Sethuraman in 2015. N.R. Vignesh, who's playing in the National Teams Championship for the Railways team right now, he won with a very convincing score of 6 out of 7. And Anish has not just inspired Harika and Humpy, but also Arjun Erigaisi, continuing in the proud tradition of donating their deathmatch winnings. And the Arjun Erigaisi Deathmatch 2.0 scholarship was won by Sumer Arjun, who had won a prize of 3.25 lakhs, donated his prize winnings, and Sumer was the player who defeated Arjun and Gukesh in the simultaneous display that they gave after the death match in the DreamHack event in Hyderabad last year. That's all the news from the chess world for this week. The chess world still hasn't caught on. The tournaments are still far and few. However, the WR Chess Masters is set to take place in Düsseldorf next week. So that's one super event to watch out for, featuring Gukesh, Prag, and some of the best players in the world, including Anish. That's this episode. If you liked it, do hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and see you all pretty soon.